Hello, and thank you for joining the New Mexico Department of Information Technology's video series on what to do following the email name change. This video will show you what to do on an Android phone. This is the home screen of an Android Samsung Galaxy phone, and as you can see, Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive have been installed on this phone. They're all situated on the home screen. We're going to go into the OneDrive app first. And this app is encountering an issue when opening. So we'll select OK, tap here for details. We're going to cancel out of this because sometimes you won't encounter an issue. To sign out of the OneDrive app, you'll select Me and then sign out. That'll work for you. Should sign you out, you will be able to sign back in. The next application we'll work on is Teams. We're going to try and open this one up, and at first it opens normally. We were going to work on trying to show you how to exit out, but because this Teams account was encountering issues, we want to show you what we did. So as you can see, it still had state@nm.us, and that's the wrong account, so we tried to forget it. Teams was running into another issue where it was telling us that it couldn't forget, and it kept asking us to try again. So we decided to exit out and come back to that one later. We clicked into SharePoint. On this account, we were not signed in. If you are signed in, you'll want to sign out and then sign back in with your new account information. The next app we worked on is the Microsoft Authenticator. You can see on this phone, the icon looks like a lock with a person inside. To enter into my screen for my access, I use my fingerprint. When we open it, you can see that my new State of New Mexico account is already on this phone, the doit.nm.gov. You can also see that the old account is still on there, the state.nm.us account. We tried to remove this account in several ways. We looked through all the settings to try and find a way to remove it. We did a long press, and none of it worked. For some reason, the old account remained on there. So what I can tell you is that we tried to remove it. There isn't a way that we found to remove it, but it did eventually disappear on its own. So this next portion is how to remove your synced accounts. Now, in order to find that, you'll want to go to your settings and look for something called either Accounts and Backup or Synced Accounts. SYNC accounts. We'll click into that and it'll pop up another screen. Up at the top of mine, we'll click on the button that says Accounts. And as this opens, you'll see all of the different accounts that are synced to my phone. Duo, Facebook, Google, Microsoft Exchange is the one that we're going to come into now. So you can see sync is on for all of these accounts. I have my contacts, my email, my calendar, and my tasks all linked to this phone through the Microsoft Exchange. Now, one important tip that I'm going to give you before you take this next step and remove this account is to make sure that you save your contacts. Write them down, the names, phone numbers, emails of people that you need in your phone, because wiping this out and unsyncing this state.nm.us account will likely remove all of the contacts that you have on your phone. Now you can choose and toggle to not unsync it, but that is not advisable. So we're going to come in and we'll just tap Remove Account. When we click onto Office, you can see that I don't have sync on for this one, so we'll just click to remove it. Same thing with this email exchange. We're going to remove this account. Sync is off, so I'm not going to lose any contacts here. When we came back in, Office for some reason didn't unsync the first time, so we'll go back in, remove account, and then this time you'll see that it's gone. So this phone doesn't have Outlook installed, so we're going to go to the Play Store and add it to this phone. So all you need to do is go to the Play Store, search for Outlook, if you don't have it already downloaded to your phone. It is highly recommended that you use Microsoft Outlook on your phone instead of the phone, like the Samsung email exchange that it may have for you. So we're going to complete the setup by skipping this. And as it downloads, it may take a few seconds depending on your internet service. There it is at the bottom of my screen. So we'll open up the app and it's going to welcome us into Outlook. We'll add the account. Enter in the new email address, which is my name at doit.nm.gov. Click to continue. It'll ask me to enter in my password. We're going to take a quick transition here as I enter in my password. Sign in, and it's going to ask me to authenticate through the Microsoft Authenticator app. I'll approve that sign in. Once I approve the sign in, Outlook will open and it will begin to download all of the emails that I have. Depending on how many you have in your account, it may take a few minutes. For me, it kind of popped in pretty quickly. Now, what Michael is showing us here is that you can have a focused account, a focused inbox, or a not focused inbox. So to fix that, you would either come up to the top where you have your image, your initial, or the O for Outlook or for Office. And you can come in here and you can toggle off your focused inbox, or if you want to change the way that the settings are on your phone, your notifications, your signature, that's where you would fix all of that. Okay, now that we're done with Outlook, we're going to come back to the home screen and we're going to go back to OneDrive. So we'll click on that icon, and again, we're going to sign in using my new email address, which is the doit.nm.gov account. As it loads, it's going to ask me for my password. So once again, for security's sake, I'm going to skip through this part. And Authenticator will again ask me to approve this sign-in, which I will do using my fingerprint. Approve the sign-in, and as you will see, it's going to load in all of my files. And this time, it's not going to tell me that I have an issue with my account because it's using the correct email address. We're going to click back into Teams. At the beginning of this video, you'll remember we encountered some issues. When we come into Teams, we're going to click on the three lines at the top, or you can click your image or your initials. This will allow you to double check for your information that it's correct. If it's not, you can click into your initials again, go to Settings. This is where you'll be able to sign out with your old email address and then sign back in using your new account with the agency at nm.gov. For some reason, mine was able to resolve on its own after we reinstalled Outlook. Now we wanted to look at all of the products under the Microsoft suite. So we started with Excel. When opening up this account, it appeared that things were there, but when we tried to click in to look at my name and my account, it said that we were not signed in. So we tried signing back in. That didn't work. More than a few times we tried. So instead, when this fails, and if it does fail for you, the best option is to uninstall and reinstall the apps to your phone. We did that for both Excel and Microsoft Word. You can find them for free in your app's Play Store or the App Store on your phone. Once we reinstalled both of those apps, they worked perfectly. Thank you for watching this video on what to do with your Android phone after your email name change. If you have any further issues, please call us at 505-827-2121. You can also email your questions to enterprisesupportdesk@state.nm.us.